Hi guys, Shandy here. So I wanted to introduce you to my little baby girl, the one that I was talking about in my very first video. She's grown a lot since she was 8 months old when I had to leave her, but I only had to miss 4 months of her life. So I was there for her first birthday, and let's get right to the beautiful baby girl. There she is.
There's a bird.
Hey baby, come here and say hello to the camera. Yeah, bird. Bird. She is 20 months old. She'll be 2 years old on August the 3rd. This is her new little outfit that just come in the mail today or yesterday.
She's almost 2 going on 10.
Yep, she is very wise. Wise little lady girl. Anointed and wise. Discerning. Trying to sneak drinks of soda. She knows she can't have soda.
You know you're not allowed to have
We give it to her sometimes, but
when you've got juice sitting right beside of you, you're going to, I'll see there you spilled in my shoe.
no more.
And on your
Come here,
pretty
baby.
clothes.
Come to mommy. Let's go on a walk. Come on. Let's go on a walk and talk.
You got Nana, you got your pretty clothes dirty.
Yeah.
She threw a bottle of water on your bed too.
Oh, I'm sure. Come on, baby.
She'll tell her it.
Please, put the shoes down.
It'd be glad tonight.
I need to pick you up. Can't take the shoes. Here. Turn around. Look at the camera. She's getting so heavy. She's so heavy, but do you see the glory of God upon her? The glory. Excuse me? Yeah, we'll probably do that. You see the glory of God upon her. She is so anointed and chosen. Here. Let everybody see the cutie patootie that you are. What did you find, Mommy? Say, we recycle here at our household. Yeah. She found me a plastic bottle lid. What'd you find now? She likes insects. What'd you see? I don't see an eye. Okay, I see an ant. Yeah, Mommy sees it. Oh man, but you guys, it was difficult not seeing her for 4 months because I was going to be in prison in North Carolina and her home is here in Georgia. And I didn't want the next time that she seen me to be a visitation and then her have to leave me after 2 hours. And it was like a 5-hour drive for my family from Georgia to Swannanoa. So I didn't want to be selfish, and I was doing time with God. That's what I found out first off, that this whole prison sentence, it was about me spending time with God. It was about me coming to reality with who I am as the daughter of the Most High God. Even though I was working and I was doing good and I was going to church and I was being the best mother to my daughter and breastfeeding her and making sure she had everything she needed and wanted, I was lacking. I was putting Genesis before God. And a lot of us mothers do that without even knowing it. We put our children before God. Just like Abraham, God asked him to sacrifice Isaac, and who would want to do that? Who would ever want to do that? But because of how obedient Abraham was, he was going to do it. But of course, yep, baby, that is an old ant mound. It's no longer there. They moved out. But God provided a ram. God will always provide. But the point of all that was to let Abraham know that only God belongs in that part of our heart. God comes first, then family, then ministry. And that was one of the first couple of things God started teaching me as I was letting go of Genesis that day. When they did my mug shot, I was breastfeeding her. And I was pumping with one hand and breastfeeding Genesis on the other boob. So she had milk for later. So in that mug shot, man, I was a mess, But anyhow, God was showing me, when we leave Him, when we get saved, when we grew up in Christ, and we have an intimate relationship with Him, and then we walk away from Him, the way I felt whenever I had to say goodbye to Genesis was not even scratching the surface of the hurt that God felt and feels when we leave His side. That's what He told me. That was one of the first things He told me as I was sitting in the car crying, waiting to go back to court to be sentenced to prison. But here I am today on April the 17th, 2018, with the warmth of the sun on my face and the breeze blowing and watching my baby girl have an exploring session. Genesis, we don't go near the road. She runs to her little bird feeder. I'm just reminded of how grateful God is, how merciful and kind He is. Now, I could have done 10 years. A lot of first-time drug traffickers get a lot of time. Even though my record, it was bad, but I was only a level 2, and I had no prior drug charges. 4 counts of trafficking was dropped down to 1. So, God had such mercy. I could have been doing 8 to 9, 10 years there in prison for drug trafficking. The things that I've learned and that spiritual warfare that I felt in prison, I really wasn't thinking about my daughter too much after the second week. The first couple nights were the hardest because I co-slept with her and nursed her every night. So the first week or two, it was so hard. I was broken, so broken as I had never been broken before. But God started showing me that He had a purpose for me being in prison. And that was my focus. That was my focal point. Hey, baby, come here. Can you come give Mommy a kiss? Can you come give Mommy a kiss? She found something. That's old birdseed. Ants don't live there. I love you. I love you. Say bye to the camera. Say bye-bye. Can you give Mommy a kiss? Oh, she is oh so occupied. Going around and around and around and around. Bye, baby.